Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everybody. My name is Dr. Hassan Muhammad, and for this subject, Computing Project Management, ISP 640, for this chapter, Chapter 7, Managing Project Risk, I'm going to be the instructor. Okay, so we are going to have three teaching video for this chapter. So this is the first section. Okay, so for the first section, we are going to look at the learning objective. Learning objective number 1 is to describe the project risk management planning framework. Okay, so before we go further details into the project management, project risk management planning framework, let's take a look regarding the project management body of knowledge, the risk management process. Okay, there are 6 processes. The first one is plan the risk management. So this is where we determine how to approach and plan the project risk management activities. So the output of this process is the development of a risk management plan. Okay. Second process is identify risk. So this is where we decide which risk can impact the project. The risk identification generally includes many of the project stakeholders and require understanding of the project goals, as well as the project scope, project schedule, budget, and the quality. Okay. Process number 3 is to perform qualitative risk analysis. Okay. So this is where we focus on the qualitative analysis, concern the impact and likelihood of the risks that were identified. Okay. Number 4, perform the quantitative risk analysis. So we are going to use the quantitative approach to develop a probabilistic model and to understand and respond to the risks identified. Okay, number 5, we plan a risk responses. So we develop the procedures and techniques to reduce the threat of risk and while enhance the likelihood of the opportunities. Okay, and number 6, monitor and control risk. So this is where we provide the early warning system to monitor identified risks and the new risks. So this system ensures that risk responses have been implemented as planned and had the effect as intended. Okay. So there are a few common mistakes in managing project risk. The first one is because of not understanding the benefits of the risk management. Okay, the second one, not providing the adequate time for risk management. And the third common mistake is not identifying and assessing risk using a standardized approach. Okay. How about the effective and successful risk management? Okay, so what are the things that requires to have a successful and effective risk management? The first one is commitment from all the stakeholders. Okay, number 2, the stakeholders' responsibility, and number 3, different risks for different types of project. Okay, so we need to remember that when we involve in any project, for each of the project, normally it's unique. Okay, they have different types of risks. Okay, maybe some of the risks are common in any project, but then there are specific or different risks for each of the project that we involve normally. Okay, so what are risks? Okay, what is how we define risk? Okay, so risk is an uncertain event or condition that, if occurs, has a positive or negative effect to the project objective. Okay, for the project management body of knowledge, the project risk management includes the process of conducting risk conducting risk management planning, identification, analysis, response planning, and monitoring, as well as control the project. Okay, most of these processes are updated throughout the project. Means that this process we need to do it throughout the project. So the objective of the project risk management are the first one, to increase the probability and impact of positive event, and Number 2, to decrease the probability and impact of events adverse to the project. Okay, so the main objective of the project risk management to increase, okay, the positive impact and to decrease the negative impact. Okay, so there are 7 IT project risk management processes. Okay, so the first one is the risk planning, risk identification, risk assessment, risk strategies, risk monitoring control, risk response, and risk evaluation. Okay, so for the first one, the risk planning, okay, requires commitment to risk management from all the stakeholders. Okay, we focus on the preparation. Okay, and we ensure the adequate resources to plan and manage the risk. Number 2, the risk identification. Okay, we identify the threat and opportunities, causes and effect, as well as the effective strategies for and respond to the risk. The risk assessment. Okay, what is the likelihood of the particular risk occur? Okay, what is the impact on the project if it does occur? Okay, number 4, the risk strategies. So we need to know what we need to do. Okay, we need to accept or ignore the risk, or we need to completely avoid the risk, or we can reduce the likelihood or impact of the risk, or we can transfer the risk to someone else. For example, the insurance company. Take the insurance from the insurance company. Okay, next, the risk monitoring and control. We scan the project environment. We both identified and unidentified threats and opportunities can be followed. Risk owners should monitor the risk triggers. Okay, the risk response, the risk owner must commit resources and take action once the threat or opportunity is made known. Okay, so means that you can also follow the planned risk strategy. And the last one, the risk evaluation. Okay, we provide the basis for the lesson learned. We lay the foundation to identifying the best practices. So we focus on how did we do, what can we do better next time, what lessons did we learn, and what the best practices that can be incorporated. Okay, so the first one, we look into the risk planning. Okay, firm commitment from the stakeholders. Okay, risk identification, we identify the various risks of the project, okay, the true problem, the causes and effect, as well as the we have the IT project risk identification framework. Okay, so this is the framework. Okay, we look at in terms of MOV, budget, scope, quality. Okay, and then in terms of the objective, and then we look at in terms of the sources. Okay, the product, people, legal, process, environment. Okay, and then we look at in terms of sources, internet and external. Okay, the next one, type of risk. Okay, known, unknown risk. Okay, known risk that are event that going to occur, and unknown risk that residual risk and reflect what we don't know. So we also take a look regarding the project life cycle. Okay, so we are coming to the recap for the learning objective. Okay, describe the project risk management planning framework. Okay, so you can have your own word, you can write and describe regarding the project management planning framework. Okay, and this is the mind mapping activity. Okay, describe the project planning framework and the risk identification framework. Okay, so with that, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you in the next session.